Hello and welcome to Cracky Gems. I am Gem. Welcome to a bit of behind the scenes. So the title of this video, just listening to my cat that happens to be in a dirt box, you know we've all got to go, call in nature, it's rude not to pick up. So if you hear a noise, that would be him. So yeah, I've got like a little bit of behind the scenes going on. I've got to do a post office run for my shop. You can find the details down here if you want to check out the Etsy shop. I also have a few offline orders to work on today. It's gorgeous outside and I thought I don't really feel like I want to do something with my face and with my skin. I've kind of want to brighten it up a little bit basically, so I'm just going to be adding a few bits. I'm going to be wearing shades. I've also going to be wearing some, that is Factor 50, yeah, I've got two, you never know which one's going to come out of the makeup bag. Factor 50, I thought I'd share a little bit of one of my creations because why not, you know. So let's get stuck in. So gonna go in with baseline, we all know it. So I have had a unique month. So I have had Tracy, if you remember her from when I did my podcast, Cracky Gems podcast. Well, me and Tracy, Tracy came onto my podcast, which was Life in Lockdown, and we had a conversation about how we found life in lockdown, basically, you know, hints in the caption there. I thought it would be really cool. I forgot completely where I was going with that, and they say women can multitask. Yeah, as I was saying, so I had Tracy on the podcast a little while ago, and Tracy was lovely enough, if you wonder what I'm searching for. This was all put together really this morning, as you can tell, the mirror. Because trying to do it, sometimes it looks great in the tablet, other times it lies to you. So yeah, Tracy was lovely enough to write a review on the podcast and what it's like to be a guest on the podcast. If you heard that, my cat is very excited this morning. Don't know why. Wish I had that much energy in the morning. It's gone very quiet in there. I can only imagine what he's up to. But yeah, so yeah, Tracy very kindly wrote a review about what it's like being a guest on a podcast. So if you're ever, you know, invited on to be a guest, she writes it from that point of view, which is really great. I will leave the description below. Also, I was an Instagram live guest on Sophie's Instagram live. I think it's called Sunday Live. That was fun. We talked about hobbies and we talked about business. I finally did those dungarees. If you remember a little while ago, I said that I was getting a duvet cover and I was making them into dungarees. I'm just making sure. So I'm using Nivea cream right now. That's the lid. And I found that with this weather, your skin needs moisture. So I'm just making sure that I feed it, basically. I'm of the mind you should put moisturizer. I'll get it right in a minute. Moisturizer on all the time anyway, you know. But yeah, so I'm all done with that. Now I'm going to go in with some BB cream. It's taking place. It's happening. So yeah, so I did Sophie's Instagram live, which was fun. And then yeah, about the dungarees. So yeah, I did a duvet cover. I got one from online, and I really like the material. It glows in the dark. It's really cool. It took me 3 days. It would take, I think, a healthy person maybe a few days, like 2 days at the most. For me, it took me about 3. And the great thing was, though, I actually made friends with my sewing machine. I've had my sewing machine for about a year, and it's been under my bed because I haven't really had much to make of it. I've always kind of had the desire to make my own clothes, like, because having endometriosis is one thing because your midsection bloats out a lot, you know, and so a lot of the time it's very hard to find clothes to fit you, and plus I'm quite tall as well, so it's trying to find clothes to fit around you, and sometimes you just want something different, don't you? So I bought a sewing machine, I think it was maybe, actually I think maybe it was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Was it really that long? Yeah, 2 years ago, give or take. And so I decided to try being the operative word here, try and make myself a pair of dungarees. Now, when I was a kid, I used to live in dungarees. Most of my pictures where my mum took, you know, of me growing up was I used to have a lovely pair of denim dungarees. And yeah, I was a tomboy. You wouldn't think of it now, but it was a thing. I was a tomboy. It's a great part of my life. If there was a tree, you can bet I was planning on climbing it. So I'll leave you with that image. So and then, ooh, I think that was an update. So now we've got Rimmel Lasting Matte, which I'm going to go underneath the eyes. It's just very basics what I'm putting on, to be honest. Like I said, I'm going to go out, it's just something to pick my skin up. And yeah, so I did the dungarees. You can see the picture down here. Really impressive how they came out. And it actually has these splatter. It's like a very creative design. And there's like this splatter design on there. And it actually glows in the dark. Scared me and Jack half to death the other night, let me tell you that. Going to bed, I stood there waiting to go into bed, and I looked down and I thought, what is that? I turned to Jack and said, what is that? I mean, I don't know what it could have possibly been. This is what happens when you watch ghost documentaries, okay? I say I don't get creeped out, I do. I am but human. And so there it was, glowing in the dark. So that night we discovered that the material I was going to make for dungarees actually glows in the dark. Both cool and a little bit creepy. So I'm just going to go in with this. So I'm trying to find some tops of what to wear with that. At the moment though, seems what I'm wearing is basically dresses because it's just so hot. I'm not moaning, you know. Far be it for me to complain about the weather when we're in the depths of winter. That was all I was wishing for, was basically the sun. And now it's here. I think there's like a fine line between being warm that you can manage and being like, oh my god, I am dying. But yeah, so I also have this little fan that I put around my neck, which is quite fun. It's very cooling. I'll have to share with you in my next video, maybe. I have an idea that I would like to do with my eyes and that Citrus Thunder makeup. If you haven't checked that out, I will of course leave the link below so you can do. But I'm hoping, it was actually Jack's idea, if I'm being honest. I like, my favourite eyeshadow right now is Citrus Thunder, which is the got this. I keep everything in this, but the zip, don't even get me started. So, is this bad boy. This is my favourite eyeshadow at the moment. And I wore it just recently. And you know, like when you think, you know, and I kind of like the bohemian gypsy vibe you can get if you add eyeliner. So I'm hoping to do a makeup tutorial on that. Plus I want to see basically how it comes out. I'm not going to do it today because really I've really got not many places to go. Like I said, this is just a skin pick-me-up basically. And it's great as well because when I go to take the makeup off, I use this BB cream. Going in again with this. It's been a hot minute since I've put makeup on. And my skin's like, oh my god, it's hot. I've noticed a difference. Not necessarily, it doesn't really talk like that, but yeah. So, yeah. So just adding a little bit more, you know. I have pores. I am human. What can be said? So, going in again. Doesn't have to look immaculate. I'm not a doll. But it's just, like I said, nice to have a little pick-me-up. So that's pretty much what I've been up to, basically. I've just been working on behind the scenes and working on a few more things to add to my Etsy shop for the summer. That's keeping me occupied. And like I said, I've got a few offline orders, which I'll be honest, I love getting. I really do. I love getting, especially because offline orders, it's like, My mum wants, if you follow me on Instagram, you can check it out down here. My mum wants a pair of her pyjama bottoms. Well, I offered, to be honest. I mean, I'll be honest here, I offered a pair of her pyjama bottoms. The waistband came off, and so I'm hoping to do that. I'm really enjoying getting behind the machine. I'm really enjoying it. I might even, you know, put a little bit of a sneak peek as to what it's like down here, you know, if the tablet will allow it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and just kind of making my way through my stuff. So me and Jack, because we're both doing, like, we kind of you know, what's the word, bounce off each other idea wise, especially when it comes to Etsy. I think because to me it's a business and it takes up a lot of time. So I'm all done with that. I'm then going to go in with this. If you watch my makeup tutorials, you'll see that I use this quite a lot. I really like it. It's number 12 Pearly Pink. So this is like the only blusher I've ever really worn, and I'm really enjoying it. I was thinking about going with bronzer, but I thought I am not that brave. And if you can see, my top half of me, because I don't get much sun, because, you know, I don't want a migraine or a really bad CFS flare up. So like the top half of me is like milk bottle. My face is kind of like, we've got a colour. This is what happens in my body. My face is looking down my chest going, we've got a colour. This is what takes place. I hear it. So I'm just putting this on this because this right now, when the sun hits it, it just kind of adds like a little bit of sun-kissed glow. I'm getting so excited. Sun-kissed glow. So just putting that on there, maybe a little bit on the nose. I don't want to look like I've been like, you know, don't want to look like a beetroot. It's not really the look I'm going for. But that, just making sure that everything is wiped in. I'm also going to go over it with some Nivea, and then we've got some mascara to put on. So yeah, so I've been doing some behind the scenes on the Etsy shop. Thank you so much if you've checked out the Etsy shop, by the way. Please stay tuned, there is a lot more coming, especially jewellery, very hard to say with my accent, jewellery wise. What else is there? That's pretty much about it, really. So just been working on that and working on behind the scenes, got some like alterations and stuff, you know. So I'm looking forward to doing my mum's bottoms. Change that in it. I think it's because I really like getting behind the sewing machine, which I never thought I'd say. I didn't actually think I would agree with it, but I'm liking it. What can I say? Okay, so I just said it. So we're going in with this Essence mascara. This is the only mascara I really use. I do have a waterproof one that I'm looking at using, but my mum tried it because I bought myself one and my mum one, and my mum said it comes out clumpy. So I'm like, wow, that's a great advertisement for it. It comes out clumpy. To each their own, you know, but we'll see. So this is literally all I'm putting on. It's just for like going to the post office and got a little bit of colour with the blusher. I'm then going to be putting some sun cream on. It's really fascinating when you live in a place where it doesn't look like people believe in the way of the sun cream. Literally the backs of them are like crab colour, you know. And I'm looking down at myself and thinking, this is what happens when you don't go in the sun. Can you see the difference? So this is one side that's done. Can you notice the difference there? It just really brightens up the eye. So I've actually been using Factor 50, and I'll be honest, I'm glad that I haven't caught the sun. It makes me feel quite cool because I've always been a bit pale, but I realised that I watch the times of the day. So there's a saying here that I was raised with mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun, which is basically where the sun is at its highest. Any other time, and I'm like, nah, you know. So right now it is 25 to 10 in the morning. So the sun's just coming out. It is at its high point, so I'm going to put on some sun cream. But around about lunchtime, it's so warm. So it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it is very warm. So yeah, I do like how like your skin comes out and enjoys the sunshine too. But if, like me, and your skin needs a little bit of help, a little bit of blusher goes a long way. And it can be any colour. So some people use bronzer, just making sure that, yep, I'm happy with that, yep, don't need too much on. So, got that, we're okay for time. I think everything is done. Yep, everything is done. I'm not going to go with highlighter because I want the sun to actually go onto my skin. But I am going to go in with some sun cream, just have enough time. So, I put a pea-size amount on. And just go over. Plus I really like the look that when you put sun cream on, this has a watermelon smell to it. If you just tuned in and this is what you're looking at, I mean. But factor 50. I've had this for about a year. If you do have some sun cream, I do recommend looking at the best before date. So I'm just making sure that it's all in. You can usually tell where it's gone by if you put your face towards the light, you can tell if it's covered it or not. I don't usually put it on my lips, some people do. But my lips are protected by the Vaseline, if I'm being honest. And I've noticed that they don't get cracked or anything, so I must be doing something right and they don't hurt. The reason why I put this on as well, because there's nothing worse then if you suffer with fibromyalgia and you get sunburn, nothing worse. But do you know what's fascinating is, not many people in my family put on sun cream, and it's like you're mad, right? So I'm just going to go on the neck. Like I said, you can tell, but if you stand in light and move, you can tell where it's caught. So I'm just going to go on the back of my neck now. So, and chest. My chest is my area of most importance because I like to wear vest tops. So, like I said, you can tell where it's gone. I'm also going to do my arms, but so you usually go for the highest shape. I do have a factor 30 as well, but I don't think that's high enough for me. I remember I was trying to find some factor 50 and I couldn't find it, so I went for some factor 30. Now I'll be honest, I'm going to be wearing a cardigan and some sunglasses. Being a migraine sufferer, that works for me. And because when I was younger I always got told that, you know, cover up, aim for shade and cover up. So you never know. Doing my hands as well, you know, people forget that. So I won't be doing my legs, I've got a dress on, but there you go. You're now seeing like some very in-depth stuff, aren't you? You're welcome. Okay, so just making sure I've covered everywhere. You can really lather it on if you want, but I'm not going to be out there that much. So, and then turn round. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right, can you see me? Kinda. Move back a bit. And then just get as much as you can. Like I said, I will be having a cardigan on, but oh, that went well. Blooper, Jem falls over. It's alright, I've got another side. It's fine. So that, my friends, is that. So we just used about 5 products. I'm now going to do my hair. I'm all prepped and ready to go to do the post office drop. That's the word, Jem, you had it right first time. Okay, so I hope that you'll stay tuned. When I do the Citrus Thunder makeup tutorial with some eyeliner, never worn eyeliner in the summer, so this should be interesting. But I'm sensing great things will take place. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and it's a little bit behind the scenes of what goes on in my Etsy business. This is just before it goes, like, no one really shares this bit, a day in the life, I guess. So it's just, yeah, this is a bit behind the scenes. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you do like it, and there will be much more coming your way. Thanks for watching, and yeah, what more can I say? Take it easy, guys, and I'll chat to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.